This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Hey, Austin, hey! Oh, wait, Austin's not here. He's trapped in the multiverse. Sucks to be you, you little bitch. It's me and William, all here. Daddy's gone. Daddy's gone. There is no Daddy's home. It's only Daddy's gone. We're here and we've got complete control. That's right, William's back. He killed Austin after his fucking triumphant return. William, how are you doing?
Well, apparently I just killed Austin's and he took it like a little bitch, so that's what we're going for. I feel great.
I mean I think that's a pretty great thing to feel in life.
Yeah, yeah, I would assume
successful defeat of your nemesis.
Yeah, I mean, what else could bring you greater joy, huh? Other than just defeating your nemesis. I can imagine no other.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Speaking of nemesises that get beaten out of, hey.
Okay.
Because I can actually remember to just do this at the top of an episode. Hey, welcome to this yet to be named weekly unnamed tokusatsu podcast review series where he, Austin, is dead in the multiverse and can't be bothered to be here.
Yeah.
Is joined by you, William, a person who escaped the multiverse successfully. No, shut up. Who escaped the multiverse successfully and is now fully actuated and an agent of his own destiny. And the two of you are joined by me, Tariq, a person who, whenever the slack has to fall by either of the two of you, somehow my goddamn ass has to fucking pull the fucking weight and make sure the ship keeps afloat. So that keeps happening. But yeah, anyway, welcome to episode 28. I honestly can't believe that we're already here at this point in Revice, because honestly it's a great show. But episode 28 of Kamen Rider Revice, the episode that is titled Beyond Fear, Gale and Thunder. Believe in yourself and become one.
I was worried that we were back into some where the universe was just freeze framing for a second, or whatever you call it.
Well, wait, did you came to bargain? Is that what was happening?
I don't know who I was bargaining for or bargaining with, so no, I have not.
Damn, he got back a lot faster than I expected.
Yeah,
we'll have to save that plan for later, William.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, okay. Hey, I escaped the multiverse just in time.
See, he's even in on it, so he's adding to the narrative.
Oh my god. He's totally gonna listen back to this and figure out what we were saying.
No, he won't, because we didn't start recording before that.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? No, you know what, Austin? You don't get to know. So there you go.
Oh, I don't get to know? Oh, is that what's happening? Oh, okay.
Like how I don't know exactly how these two fuse together, even though he fucking slashed them or slashed them up or whatever.
I know I wasn't recording until I said I was recording. I don't know about you, but I know that we discussed our intricate 27-step plan, as I'm known for.
Yeah, it's your intricate 27-step plan that has millions of other steps in between.
Hey, I can say with confidence now, my car is finally in the garage for my mechanic. Does your car
will it
be
work
fixed
again?
Anytime soon? I don't know. I put it in on Monday. I haven't heard a word from them since then, so we'll find out.
Uh-oh.
You call back. Call back.
So, hey, will you get it in time by Saturday?
Who knows?
Uh-oh. Or are you... So you do know Austin is potentially staying the night before, right?
What?
For Saturday?
It's local.
Yeah, but it's only $16 because we're splitting a room.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Hold on.
What?
I'm confused.
Oh, are you not in on this plan?
Well, first of all, bold of you to assume that other Austin, also colloquially known as Black Austin, I'm not going to get into the problems with that, but bold of you to assume that he would fucking inform me of whatever the fuck he's going through. on a given basis.
All
right. Okay. Hold on.
All right. So off-topic tangent, real bquick. So Jack found a hotel room for $80.
That sounds like a crack den. That sounds like a crack den.
Oh my god.
No, but to be fair, it's only for one night, and it's in the middle of fucking Maryland that no one cares about, so it's pretty good. Right? So the plan is that me, Jack, Little Big Jose, Boston, and Eric are planning to stay the night before the event, wake up, get free breakfast, and then set up the store,
okay.
Right?
Well, alright.
Yeah. Right, because technically only me and Boston are playing on Saturday, so he's like, and I told him to plan like how we if we divide.
It's a 40-minute drive.
Yeah, but we get to sleep for an extra 40 minutes.
Listen, as someone who travels for work, fuck a hotel. I like my bed. I like my bed. Listen, I like my beautiful life. I like sleeping with my beautiful yet-to-be wife. Like I like having, hey, if I can wake up at 40 minutes before and, like, still have, smashed beforehand, that's way better than fucking sleeping with my bros. Honestly, I'm just gonna be honest, like, that's just not...
I mean,
that's just not the same. It's just not the same.
No one's gonna blame you for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, plans aside though.
Alright, so how far into the episode?
Anyway, welcome to the episode where breakdowns happen. Everybody's having a fucking nightmare. Yeah. So yeah, this is the episode where Iki gets yet another fucking power-up form, and I've got to be honest, I'm really fucking tired of these fucking power-up forms. So yeah, hey, wow, Austin, way to show up late, you stupid bitch. You fucking, I can't believe, wow, really fucking...
Hey, look, at least I am not 2 weeks late, right? Back into this series,
yeah, 2 weeks late, like my car, which I realized upon talking to my coworker that it had been a month. It has been a full calendar month, 4 weeks, that I have not had my car operational.
Uh-oh.
So I'm truly living my best life. But anyway, yeah, so, look, this is an episode that I have, honestly, a lot of problems with. Like, it's good because it resolves a lot of things, but I actually really fucking, like, I don't like the Vice and the Iki and Vice like aspect of it. Like there's a lot of things that are implied with it that I don't like.
Look, I'm amazed that the demon, when Vice reveals himself, wasn't Iki in blackface.
Oh my god!
When he took off his,
it was Iki in black suit, in black armor.
Yeah.
Yo, there's some weird like editing choices too. Honestly, just with like fucking George. You noticed that was like the most noticeable fucking cuts I've ever seen. Oh my god, it was 4 times, right? Where you just
with
like
what?
Like where they're doing this like pan, like they're moving the camera forward up into George's face when he's like holding out the Vice stamp, and he's like, it's not enough for me to just skulk on the sidelines, that kind of thing. You know, when he's making that.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe there were like. I don't know. I was trying to say like maybe
like 4 times where he's like he'll say a sentence and it'll finish on his face, right? And it'll switch and it's like someone's gonna say something and it goes back to George.
And then it goes
back to George.
Oh no! My drink! No! No!
We are having
I knocked the cord over and the cord was next to the drink and the drink flipped off the ground and now my rug is wet. Oh damn it! Alright, you guys keep going. I'm gonna let this keep recording while I deal with the situation.
Jeez.
Yeah, but okay. Well, speaking of editing, I wanted to bring this up. Have you guys noticed that there's been a green screen in the opening since the beginning?
In the opening? What do you mean?
There was a legitimate green screen in the opening.
Replenish the alcohol.
When they cut to Sakura in the opening, she's cleaning the window, right? But if you look, she's in front of a green screen. There's a green. They haven't changed. Right, go to was it 356, I believe? Let me see. Yeah, there's just straight up a green screen.
356, you said?
Yeah, right?
Oh no, I see. I think I see. Hold on. Oh my god. Yeah, I just saw that. That was wild.
Yeah, right.
Behind
I'm not sure how long this has been here.
The drink on the
right.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually.
Hopefully it doesn't smell like rum in the morning.
Like holy shit! Like I don't know. Like I wasn't pointing this out until like 3 weeks ago when someone pointed it out. Right, but there's just a green screen in the fucking background for Sakura.
Iki's dad getting rubbed out of Veil.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on. What
That's crazy.
Position ourselves back. All right, you guys didn't hear any of that, right?
No, yeah, sure, we didn't hear any.
No, of course not.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't performing for the audience of all 12 people in South Asia.
Yeah, all 12 of those fans that we have apparently.
Yeah, our fans. Hey, shout out to the fans.
Yeah, shout out to our quote unquote fans. You know, who I'm
anyway,
pretty sure
the Spider-Verse is expanding. There are 3 Spider-Men now.
There are 3. Oh yes, there are technically 3 Spider-Men. Or this fucking. God, even George is like fucking like fighting in on this, which is kind of great. I just want
to say.
Hey, I wasn't expecting for George.
I was just gonna say. I want to say that like. Because I know, William, you don't consume any of our content, and honestly, now I try to not consume it because I'm already living it. But Austin really didn't think that George was going to become demons, and honestly, I don't think that that's going to be... I don't think this is his final form or anything, but, like, I was like, well, he's got the fucking belt. Like, I don't know what else he's going to do with it other than maybe, like, slap it on Iki to like make Vice stay inside it.
Before in past with Kamen Rider, when they give a character a belt, they're like, "Oh, this character's gonna transform, right?" And then when they finally do it, it doesn't. They're like, the belt's like beep beep boop bop.
Yeah,
no,
but
it's
like,
not.
I think of George like Waz in Zio, where it's like, oh, this character is just like the side like guide character, and then it's like. They found some way to make him also relevant and also a Kamen Rider. And so it's like... I honestly... Also, it's really great because when he does transform, they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, both Sakura and Daiji are like, holy shit, you kick ass! And it's like, we've talked before about, like, those moments where it's like, him, like, shadowboxing... Like, and, like, just, like, working out, like, in his, like, weird-ass, like weeb studio for Kamen Rider shit. And it's like, yeah, we've seen George topless. He's cut as fuck. Like...
Oh, no, he's a big
ripped
boy.
as shit. So it's like, it's not crazy, actually, that he becomes a Kamen Rider. I was just expecting that he was going to become, like, his own thing, and I still don't necessarily, like, discount it as he's going to become his own thing. The only thing that I really feel an issue with is that he becomes demons, even though it seems like we've established that Veil is no longer inside of the driver. So it doesn't really hold consistency of, like, what constitutes the demon's driver for, like, functioning. Unless Veil is inside of the driver now, but that doesn't really make sense.
Isn't it implied, like, even earlier that, like... Veil is just like we're calling the demon Veil, right? Just wondering if I don't remember his name.
Yeah, no, it's Veil. It's Veil. I mean, the demon Veil, inside of the driver is Veil.
Veil is implied to be with like Iki's dad.
With
right?
Genta, yeah.
So
but that's why I'm saying like it doesn't. But like, it seemed like the idea was the reason that the demon's driver works versus the Igarashi siblings like drivers is because. It has, like, an auxiliary demon versus them having their own internal demons. And so... Oh, shit. Oh, God, does George have his own demon?
But that wouldn't make any sense, though, right?
Because it could be... The way that they've established it is that it's every demon is fucking related to Gifu. But... I don't know. It's just... It doesn't...
Yeah, but the reason why the siblings have the demon in the first place is because they're directly related in some fashion because of Veil. But there's no implication for that,
right?
Like, and that's why they have their demons and they can use that. But then, how would George have his own demon then?
I'm just gonna say this.
Context, but
I'm just gonna say this with in regards to... God. Okay, so Kamen Rider Xaid, we brought it up before, but again, like, the whole thing was, like, a weird thing of, like, hey, video games and doctors, for whatever reason. They really missed their mark by not having this fucking show happen in goddamn 2020, because it's literally about, like, viruses and shit, and, like, all of the Kamen Riders are able to... They're literally able to turn into Kamen Riders because they've been exposed to the vaccine. Like, that's actually it. That's actually it. And then the one thing about, like, the main character is, why can he transform if he hasn't been exposed to the vaccine? And then it's just like, oh, well, it turns out he's Joe Rogan and he has natural immunity because he already got it, like, years ago. And that's how it feels like with George, and I don't know if it's, like, he has his own demon that, like, is working things out, or he's figured out some other way to, like, supplement it, but, like, because it seems heavily implied that you have to use, in order to use the Demon's Driver, you have to have some kind of, like, I don't know, internal angst or whatever. I don't know.
Basically, you have to have an issue. Well,
yeah. I mean, you gotta have problems.
I mean, I guess if we're going by that, he does have plenty of daddy issues, considering, especially now.
Yeah, daddy,
oh,
boy.
God. Yeah, that was a line too.
That was great. That was.
It just took me out so much. I'm just like, oh right.
I mean,
that was just straight up thrown.
I mean, like it's like he chose. I've got to say, the Japanese language is a wonderful experience. The fact that they chose to have the one character that speaks random English choose, as a fully grown adult man, say "daddy" all the time is fucking amazing. Okay, sure, yeah, all right, that's what he feels. That's what he's got to say.
Yeah, it's really just the oddest choice, but, you know, I guess it's just like, it's not a thing they really care for in context.
It's not something that... I mean, it's not something that...
Well, they wouldn't hear it the way we would, I think.
Yeah, and also it's like... Oh, God, I've thought about this recently, but it's like... I can't imagine that, like... The kinks of the English-speaking world carry over to Japanese. You don't go, Oto-san, oh, choke me, Oto-san, like, that just doesn't, I assume that doesn't carry over.
Oh
like, they've got their own terms, right, like, they've got their own things, but, like, it's just funny because it's like, as English speakers, it's like, oh yeah, you're calling out for daddy? You're saying that you're gonna get better than daddy? You're gonna overcome daddy? Yeah, okay. You're a kinky little bitch, aren't you? Like...
oh my god, yeah.
We say this all to, like, before, like, it turns out in, like, 15 episodes that, like, George isn't his biological son. And it's like, what are you doing, stepdad?
Oh.
Like...
Oh god, oh no. Then things take a turn for the worse.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, everybody decides to gang fight Iki / Vice / Revice.
Yeah. Until they like
and this
knock
is
him on his ass.
and that somehow throws Iki into the mind palace of the bath, which is this weird trippy shit. This was the weirdest fucking episode, I've gotta say. Like, Iki's whole, like, mind palace, like, oh, mom's here, but she's, like, not here, but, like, everything's... Why are there giftarians in the bath? Like, this is a really weird episode.
Yeah, I don't know if we're supposed to, like, get something from those images, but,
yeah,
like...
I mean, it's... I assume it's he's fighting his inner demons.
Yeah, but his inner
demons
should just be Vice.
Why is Inner Demon just like Daiji just like fucking playing around with goddamn airplane models, and then Sakura just like chewing on some weird cotton ball?
Yeah, I mean, is it like his internal like representation of his siblings? Like,
Like,
but still, that doesn't really.
What about the Giftarians then? Like, what the?
Yeah, why are the Giftarians here? Why is the mom here? Like, this is like a really This is some real Inception shit. Like, oh hey, this is my dream, and this is my dream interpretation of you, and but I don't have the ability of lucid dreaming, so I'm just gonna not like.
Yeah.
Have this shit like figured out. There's a whole bunch of shit that happens in this dream. I'm just gonna like throw all the dream stuff like in right now of just like so he like Iki goes into the dream world, right? I guess he gets knocked the fuck out by all three of the Kamen Riders beating the shit out of him. Aside from the weird intro like of him like walking around the spa, the shit with the Giftarians is like, all right, that seems weird, and I don't know if that's meant to imply that, like, Gifu is beckoning him, or, like, they're trying to have him lead. There's still a question of, like, is the person in the opening definitely Iki? Is it someone else in Iki's body? Like...
I mean, like, we still have to also remember the fact that Iki has that whole, like, fucking... He's disappearing from family portraits and shit, too, which...
Yeah, that really feels like something that they have been really not addressing as much as they should be. Like,
I mean, I feel like we're already leading up into how that disappearance is gonna be a thing. Because the way I see it, like, oh, okay, because it could go there. I don't know if they might, and this is only just because it might, because they seem to have this fusion together, but maybe in the fusion they like to become something. Like,
are losing like themselves,
they lose their individuality to form a new individual, that kind of thing.
Sure, I guess it's just like that doesn't. I'm curious to know how that works for the literal like erasure of his like self from like physical photos. Like it's one thing to go, we're erasing your like other people's memories. It's another thing to be like, anyway, the photo went away.
That's true too.
Photoshop, magical Photoshop.
Hey, we're gonna Back to the Future 2 list.
So that's why I'm just like curious of like, okay, let's see how they fucking like explain this. Based off of how they explain this could really like piss me off of like, well, that was really stupid, and I feel like my day is ruined. And I'm incredibly disappointed. Whatever the fuck the quote is.
It's like my day is ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like so far, Revice has done so good, but there's a couple of like dangling like plot devices that I'm just like, boy, you could really fuck this up.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what I do want to talk about? Just because I need to know what your reaction was about Aguilera following Gifu.
You stupid bitch! You stupid bitch!
Hey, what a hey! I like how this episode is really well timed.
Oh yeah, hey,
right?
Listen.
But to what point? To what purpose? Why? Why would you do something?
Because it was fucking. It was fucking brilliant. I felt great. I thought I knew there was going to be some impetus for like, hey, why did oh man, this is really timely. We're going to bring up this slap some way. And I went, yeah, bet. I'm going to gaslight the fuck out of you.
Oh, hey. Also, hey, apparently she turned off commenting on her Instagram profile.
Who, Jada Pinkett?
There you go.
Oh no, yeah. she turned off commenting? Does she not want to have people fucking like slide into her DMs to ask if they can hit that piece?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Look.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll allow it, right? Isn't that what
Will will allow it. That's the thing. Listen. Everybody else is doing it. Let's all dogpile on this entire fucking situation and just fucking, like, add to the fucking goddamn problems.
And look, they're celebrities, alright? They're rich, we're poor. We're allowed to make fun of them, alright?
Yeah, exactly. Skin the rich. That's the thing that they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Absolve the rich.
I still can't believe that Aguilera got bitch slapped like that, though.
Yeah.
It's the wildest thing for me to see on TV, honestly. Just
I really no,
show.
yeah. So let's get back to like actual. I really just wanted to get that fucking shit off the table because it was gonna happen one way or the other. We needed it needed to be if it was gonna go into. I was like, all right, fuck it. We're gonna make this a bit. It's gonna be a bit. And also, oh Jesus Christ! Think about the timing of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a Japanese, let's say, preteen, teen, someone who is stereotypically falling into like the demographic that they're marketing Kamen Rider for, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wake up and you watch Kamen Rider, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe your parents are like, "Oh, the Oscars in America are happening," or maybe you're an older fan of Kamen Rider and you're watching it like we do. And you're like, oh, I watched Kamen Rider, and now I'm gonna, like, go watch the Oscars. And you see 2 bitches get slapped in the same day. Like, it's so fucking wild. Like, no, I agree that it's, like, it's an incredibly crazy fucking, like, coincidence, but it's like, boy, you could not have, like, timed that better. Of just, like...
Honestly.
Oh yeah, this fucking sarcophagus grows a hand out of its weird clitoris eye, which let's be real, it's a clit. It like this whole thing is just a flappy vagina, like it's a wizard sleeve that's animated on its own, and then it grows out a fucking demon energy like hand, and it slaps the girl that's been raised as a child bride because it's like, you're not good enough for me, I guess. And and then later that night, it's like, hey, did you not get enough slapping today? Let's slap some more people. Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, but, you know, during this whole fucking... after that whole bitch slap moment, you get fucking Olteka who just kind of comes in and just starts, like, he's like, oh, now I'm gonna fuse with fucking Gifu, because I guess that was... gonna be a thing?
Okay, so let's
That's right. Look, Gifu doesn't want young girl. He wants boys.
He wants boys that really can get. He's really into people that can vibe with his humor and understand that everything's just a joke, and that people like, hey, it's just a prank, bro. And he's just like, hey, you know, that's more my speed. You know what, bitch? Hey, bros before hoes. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why he chose fucking Olteka for this shit. Oh my god. Also, there was that fucking apparently, if you go like just if you go to sleep in a demon mindscape world, you can just I don't know, talk to other demons. I don't know if that's supposed to imply
so I don't. So the question, I mean, the real question is, so with the going back to like the demonscape thing of like Iki and his, this whole dream world thing,
right.
is that actually Veil, or is that his interpretation of Veil?
Like,
I assume it's all subconscious, right?
Right, but it's his subconscious. But is he?
No, like he's like it's actually Veil subconsciously talking mind telepathy.
I don't know.
I kind of figured these are probably his own negative thoughts redirected at himself in some way.
Right, that's the thing. Is like, is this actually his internal?
Like, is it an internal monologue, or is it just an outside force, like, actually conversing with him, that type of thing?
Yeah, is this actually Veil, or is this actually, like his interpretation of, like, the situation he's in at this point?
Yeah, I mean, especially because it's, like, literally just about him and Vice, and, like, we literally just, we had an episode about, like, what happened with Kagero and, like, Daiji, and he's literally going through the same thing right now, so...
Right, yeah, and they say that, and he said that, like, it, or, he being, at the beginning, George was like, look, I was hoping that I could make these, like, upgrades without, like, having one of the two of them die, but I don't know, like, I think it'll work. I hope it'll work. I'm gonna bet on hope, despite being a scientist. Like, I'm just going to fucking, like... I'm gonna pray on it. Like, actually, like... That's all I can give you. Like, it's... There's no...
Mm-hmm.
There's no other, like, way to, like, look at this. He's like, maybe this'll work? I hope it will.
Yeah, he was
like,
very just like, you know, that's. I'm just gonna place bets. You know what? I'm pretty lucky right now. I'm feeling lucky.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, if he dies, he dies. That's just what happens. Oh my god. But yeah, they're all like having this fucking like fight in like outside. George was knocked out during that fight or something, or he just couldn't like do it like fucking.
Boys, I know they've been making. I know we've been making a lot of Spider-Man jokes about demons, right? Since his debut, right? But boy, hey, this is as much as you can get to legally distinct Spider-Man as you could.
Yeah, no, he literally inks spoods all over him.
Yeah, wait, that's
right?
not a term.
I was amazed when they actually started having, right? Because I don't think have they shown that demons can fucking shoot webbing?
Yeah, he has.
Oh,
he's
done
it.
Had like a net.
I'm pretty sure he did it like right off the bat, like from his first episode.
Yeah, he had a whole net
like
or something, right? Like
spiderweb. I mean, but they haven't had a moment where it's like
they haven't done it like actual webbing, like actual like spider
string. He definitely has, but it's like. It's rarely something where it's like he's definitely done it, but they haven't done it enough to like they haven't left it as like a physical prop as often, I think, is the issue. Like it's definitely there, but it's just not like oh yeah, he did the thing and it's like oh yeah, anyway, there's leftover spider like jizz all over the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what else would you call it?
Well,
that's literally it comes out of their ass cloaca or whatever the fuck spiders have.
Yeah, but it's not like a thing for. Okay, you know, I really don't want to start thinking.
No,
that.
please.
No,
local zoologist William. Please tell me how spider buttholes work.
No, I don't care how they work. I don't want to know how they work, and I don't want them referenced in such a way that they make me think of that specifically every time I see a goddamn spider web or I walk into a goddamn spider web.
That's all I think about. I hate spiders.
Yeah, I hate spiders too.
I hate spiders, but I love demons. I love demons.
God. Jesus. Anyway, but yeah, so no, yeah, they used the web before, but
yeah.
Can we talk about like fucking how Iki actively acknowledged that he has a broken soul and that he had trauma and shit?
Yeah. Also, I want to say that Wait. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I just threw my phone. That was a mistake. Girlfriend. Yeah. Phone.
Right. God. So Iki learns the only way to conquer his demon is to kill his demon,
and
right?
apparently that somehow ends up into a fusion.
Look, Billy, I'll be real. If my demon has done blackface, right, I would kill him, right? I don't want that to be a part of me, all right? I don't need a blackface demon in me, you know.
Yeah, well, hopefully you don't have one in the first place to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm. Look, that's right. I'm not Justin Trudeau, so I should be fine.
Oh my god. But it's kind of like.
Also, it doesn't help that Vice is still alive, so I wasn't sure what the exact meaning of him killing Vice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird.
Because it showed that Iki has trusted and accept Vice at this point.
He had a whole speech before he slashed him up about that shit too.
No, they have done this. They keep doing these goddamn Vice. We are friends speech. Like, this is like the fourth time they've done this now, I believe, right? And I'm just thinking, What's the point of the speech? You've already done this speech.
But a lot of it was just because it was talking about like apparently like Iki's issues, right? Or something. I guess it's just like, hey, now we're really at the heart of the matter. Now this is why I'm really thankful for you.
I mean, what about those other? That's the thing I didn't like about. Like, I understand like the whole display, like, oh, right, but they've already resonate doing their like, oh, you and me, we're partners and all that shit, right?
Well, I mean, I guess they needed something to happen during the whole to kind of go for the whole transformation bit or like the upgrade bit. I mean, but I mean, it's like I get I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do think it's a bit of a rehash. I kind of like, honestly, I was kind of hoping for more dialogue on Iki and on the past and why he is the way he is or something like that. Or, well, I mean, we know why, but I thought he was gonna go more in depth into that, and they were gonna, I don't know, move forward with a solution about that. But I guess he's just kind of like.
I'm rewatching this scene again. Like, the only thing he says, like, "Oh, you protected me as a kid, so this time I'll protect you."
Well,
I was like,
slashes him up.
I'm pretty sure you.
Yeah, protection by murder.
Yeah, right. Let me protect you by cutting you in half, by slashing you at your neck with this fucking sword. By the way,
how else are you gonna upgrade?
The only way to protect you is to kill you. All right.
Exactly.
Hello.
Yeah. So. Right, so I just didn't like this scene because I don't know why we didn't keep establishing that Iki and Vice are friends when they shown and told us many times over and over again they're friends.
I mean, I guess
right?
for the most part it's just to really just acknowledge the build up because a lot of it wasn't really just like everything was like, hey, these are the actions that I did, and we're grateful for that. And then then we come to here, right at the moment when he does his upgrade, and he's like, all right, now I'm gonna summarize everything that we've been through in a few sentences and then upgrade. That's basically like the formula, though.
Again, right? Even though, like, it was like literally 2 episodes ago, right? When they did that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Was it like 2 episodes when? Right, when they're at that fucking warehouse and right, like that was like 2 episodes. It's only been 2 episodes since they last did a fucking stupid team up speech. Right, so I'm really so fucking confused. I was actually really annoyed when they did this again.
Iki murders Vice for the second time or whatever.
For some,
everything's about killing your demon.
I still don't understand why that leads into a fusion, but I guess we'll just accept it.
I would agree.
Right.
I mean. I also the whole like thank you thing, like it seems like he's supposed to be saying like like he was killing Vice, but then he just doesn't kill Vice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like if that was the implication, I would have been 100% more fine with this scene.
If this was the same thing as like Kagero
Vice
or
is
whatever,
still alive.
But then it's just like, then he just doesn't, and then it somehow breaks the armor off of the rolling jack like form and turns into Thundergale. And I honestly, Thundergale kind of sucks like aesthetically. Like,
yeah,
it's a whole bunch of colors splattered on top of like black, and it doesn't match as much as like the Volcano Barret Rex form. Like with the purple magenta like really stuff mixing with like the neon colors do not mix as well with black. It really makes me feel like 01, but like not in the same. It didn't work as well because it was just highlighter green with black, not like.
Yeah, I would have liked it better if this form was a better fusion of Vice and Revi's base color. Right, but this form, the highlighter yellow makes this form looks really ugly. Like the pink on this suit is fine. The blue lights are fine, but there's like 4 different color going on this suit, and it looks really fucking bad. Right?
I mean, like I guess so. I can't really say. I was like, it looks alright. That's just basically where my thoughts are on this for the suit design. I just don't really care for like a lot of the way the color is organized, honestly. It's just kind of like little bits of blue and pink and mostly yellow. But it's just like it looks like it's just splattered on there rather than really adding into anything. That's just kind of my thing. But yeah. But yeah, so he gets his new upgrade for me. I guess he just beats the absolute shit out of fucking old Tekka.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, boy, hey, nice going, boy, you finally get your upgrade for it, and, you died in the same episode where you got it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he got the upgrade, he got the villain upgrade, then he just lost it, and then he died afterwards when Keith was like, Lamau, I'm just gonna eat you up, for, some reason.
Yeah, right, I was only sure that Tech was gonna survive after getting this, I was like, oh yeah, he has to do it, he can finally go toe-to-toe with the Igarashi family, but nope, dies right away. I was like, okay, never
fuck
mind.
off, Olteka, you stupid bitch.
Oh yeah,
have fun watching Rick and Morty in the afterlife.
Oh my god. But yeah, and I don't know if we're supposed to feel bad for him by the end of it, because they did that whole flashback thing.
Bad for him.
I don't feel bad either. But then they do that whole thing where it's like where he's just thinking back to, I guess, his time with his subordinates. Allies?
Was that what it was?
I don't know how
it's him thinking. It's him thinking back to like.
No, because the thing is, it's the way they framed it in the beginning for me. Because the way they framed it is, it's him with Aguilera and
right, and
Tamaki. Yeah,
you
Tamaki.
Put some respect. Keep your my fucking boy's name out your fucking mouth. It's Tamaki. Okay,
but yes.
None of that Julio shit.
Yes. Anyway, fucking Tamaki, like, but they're right next to each other, and it's always just the three of them, Right. So if it was just moments of him like reveling in power or something like that, or like having hopes of like owning the world, then that last time would make more
thinking
sense
back to like getting beaten by his dad, as we established last week, of like, oh yeah, this is the most like domestic abuse I've ever seen in a Kamen Rider series, honestly. Like,
honestly.
We're just gonna beat the shit out of this fucking Right,
I'm really glad that also the funniest part is when there was like his fondest memory was with Tamaki and Aguilar, and I just kept thinking these are all just work acquaintances, right?
That's a sad life. I mean, hey, you do hear about with like Japanese students, it's like once they start finishing college, it's like, hey, you gotta start job hunting, and I guess that's like the people that you have left with you, like hey, these are my work friends. They're my only friends. Not to be confused with my only fans,
right?
But like, it's really sad because he's just like, the thing is, Olteka is just like, again, I joke about like, oh, he's someone that like watches Rick and Morty and says like, oh, you can't get it because you're not smart enough. But it's like, that's literally his entire persona is just like, oh, I think I'm smarter than everyone, and because I think that I'm smarter than everyone, I'm going to create distance and not have any like real connections and like be a real person. So the only thing you can think back to is like my dad beating me and these two people that I shit on, and now I'm going to die. Oops, I might have wasted my life.
Well, that's very much a guarantee with the way how he went. He just kind of
anyway, goes out like a bitch.
Yeah, and then he's gone. I guess we're supposed to take that as an actual.
Honestly, I the real thing about it, like that is really the indicator is Tamaki and Aguilera do not shed a fucking tear. The rest of the group, George, the Igarashis, they're like, oh shit, this man's back to sucked up. If you look at Tamaki and Aguilera, they're like, oh damn.
Yeah, they just
sucks to be you. Sucks to be you, bitch. Like Sips.
Hey, do you think they're thinking? Does he have the key to the warehouse? Was he the one with the key?
I mean, why does it matter? Because already, like, Aguilera was fucking homeless. Oh god.
She's still
homeless.
Watch
next episode. Well, she is, but Tamaki's been living with that Igarashi, or at least working with them, like working for them. So like. Watch, Aguilera is about to fucking join their goddamn... Everybody's about to be living in this goddamn spa.
I mean, it seems to imply that it's just like taking in people who are lost, and then
Boy, hey, here's the thing. I hope. Do you think all these people are even paying rent for this?
I think Tamaki's working as an indentured servitude.
I mean, he's working room and board, so
Yeah.
4 room and board, so I think he's good. Aguilera though. god, she's honestly just fucking devastated. Doesn't know what the fuck to do with her fucking.
It just turns it. Honestly, the spa just turns into like an old school red light district, and it's just like, listen, we got a spa, we got happy endings with Aguilera in the back room. You know, hey, there it is.
Oh my god.
Hey, well, hey, look. If you want boys, we got Tamaki. You can do it, you know.
No, if we've got boys, we've got Kagero.
Kagero's gone.
Kagero likes it spicy. Well, you know, who knows? We'll see. I highly doubt that Kagero's out. I will say this: if Kagero is completely out by the entire season, like for the remainder of this show, or at least the remainder of this, if they do like Revice spin-offs or whatever, fine. But if mainline Revice has just this is the moment where Kagero died and that's it, I will lose my shit, because that is so wild of just like, because it's honestly so early in the series to throw out a character like that and like a character dynamic for Daiji, and also it's like
it's also very barely used and stuff too, right?
Well, I mean, again, it was like there were so many episodes where it was like, oh man, Daiji got his ass kicked, but he didn't turn into Kagero. Oh man, Daiji got his ass kicked. Kagero still didn't show up again. And then it was like one other episode like before this, and it was like, oh, now he shows back up. I feel like they would have more to go on with this, especially based off of the implication of like all of their demons are in some way like related to Gifu. It's like there's no way that he's actually gone. I feel like it's more like if Gifu revives, like Kagero revives or something.
I don't know. I mean, it's either that or we can take it with the I don't know, because maybe the only other way I can make sense of Kagero coming back is like instead of him killing Kagero off, that was instead of fusion. But like it'd be like the weirdest fucking fusion I could like I would think of, because they literally just chose to fucking end one of them, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's
like
that was, I understood it.
Even if he's even if he comes back, doesn't it kind of take away just from the moment of that happening, with like Daiji just like having to. I mean, if
Kagero comes back, I think that Kagero could come back either as like if Kagero came back as like his own separate demon, like especially considering the fact that they're playing this whole thing as like his demon versus like Vice is just a mirror. Literally, it's the same actor playing the same, like a different person. And so it's like the thing that I could see is, oh, they're fighting, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden, Kagero, aka / Daiji's like voice or actor, like walks in dressed like in Kagero form, and it's just like, I'm back, and just fucking like transforms and is able to like fight against Daiji, and so it becomes this whole thing. But
I guess
basically, so what you're saying is that this dark reflection of Daiji will never be a memory.
Shut the fuck up, Austin.
I mean,
you don't bring that shit back into this here.
He could be a nobody, but that'd be pretty heartless.
Look, I can't have all these references coming at me like this, okay? Because for you, Austin, that's all they ever wanted to fucking watch back in the day, and you know what I mean. They only ever wanted to put on that fucking movie.
What?
All right, fine. I won't tarnish this anymore.
Yeah, why are you using that too? That has no relation to this. Why? Oh my god. Also just on an off tangent. I am now Elden Lord, and I am on my journey too.
Oh man, you're the Elden Lord? Wow. Clap yourself on the back.
Which ending did you get?
Yeah, I did clap myself on the back. Thank you very much. Those bosses are annoying as shit. Fucking Elden Beast always got. Well, I knew that's spoilers actually.
Yeah, so anyway, back to the main episode. Aguilera realized she couldn't be a child.
Yeah, maybe being a child bride is the best thing, and then the Gifu statue decides to fuck off and just yeet into space or the air, and it changes form very slightly at the top and makes like a face, a very weird face,
Hold on, I'm trying to remember if it actually did that with that weird face
at
stuff.
18, at like the 18-minute 40-second line.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It turns into a face.
Yeah, you see, like it's really obscured, right, because of the red mist, but there's definitely a face. So
it's some kind of like it's kind of like a mask.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's a little obscure piece of the effect. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely had to like look at that a few times of just like, is that a face or is that just a bunch of blurred images? Like, no, that's kind of a face. But yeah. So yeah. And then George says that he's not interested in humans. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know if he's gonna go suck out some pigs or something. But I mean, like,
they had this whole thing where they were implying with Olteka that he wasn't entirely human to begin with, I think. Or something like that. Because they still treated him as...
No. They were implying that he was I think they were implying that... Well... It seemed more like they were implying that he was no longer human. But it might have been... I mean, again, when he's, like, is doing all this shit of, like, oh, I'm smarter than my teacher, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe that's implying that he's not just human. But it seems more like that he just, like, exposed himself so much that he is...
Well, it's not so much as that with the teachers thing. It was more the fact that, like, when it came to, like we all knew that, like, you know, with like Olteka, he was human beforehand, and then there was a whole thing where he ends up into the cult somehow. No, or at least because of his... Is he his father or adoptive father? I don't remember. It was.
What are you talking about?
Or something like that.
No, he just had a father that didn't like him.
No, but then there's a whole thing with the... No. I mentioned this because there's a whole thing with the director and him, with how they're like...
Oh, I don't know what the fuck is up with him and the director. We still haven't had that explained.
Yeah, we don't know what their relationship is.
I think like he took him in after or took him away.
It does seem like the director like is like, hey, what do you mean you don't like hanging out with me? I've groomed you as another child bride or whatever. Like, yeah, no, it definitely feels like there's some like bad shit going on with the director, but like, I don't think that he's like his adopted dad. I think that he just told him what he wanted to hear of like, you're special and you're smart and I love you and I care about you, and that's everything that fucking Olteka / I don't give a shit about remembering his name because he's not as much of a good boy as fucking Tamaki. And like, he just really wanted, like, he's a victim of his own arrogance. That's basically what it is. It's just like, if you weren't so far up your own ass, you probably wouldn't have been manipulated the way that you were. But you were! Yeah. So that's how you die. So fuck off.
So, to finish my point though, the thing is, they were having, like, he was separated from his demon at some point, right? And so, like...
Well, they broke his stamp. They broke his stamp.
Yeah, they broke his stand, but he was human by then. And then... Or stamp, right? Fine, stamp. But... They had the whole... Look, wait. So he wasn't just... Okay, so was it just me, or was he not separated from his...
No, so when we had that whole moment where Vice was like fourth wall breaking and being like, hey, look at our winter winter exhibition of like all of our forms, and like they beat the shit out of him and the Giftarians, and like we still had Hiromi around, and they were just like, hey, I'm gonna transform into every single one of our other forms right now, and then go into like Barad Rex, and then go into Volcano Barad Rex, and blah blah blah. And there was the moment when like they teamed up with Aguilera and Tamaki to like be like, hey, we'll beat the shit out of Olteka if you guys take the Gifu stamp away from him. And that was when they broke his stamp. That was when they beat him so hard they broke his stamp. Because they did the Volcano Barad Rex thing. The same thing that they did for Tamaki to like free him from that and keep him alive. Okay, like they hit him with the Volcano Barad like double rider kick. And then after that, like fucking Olteka had nothing left. And then Tamaki and Aguilera were like, "Woo, we got the Gifu stamp." And then it was revealed like, "Oh yeah, that wasn't the real Gifu stamp. He just had like fakes on him for whatever fucking reason." But Yeah. So that's he has been separated from Olteka has been separated from his transformation device at this point 3 times. First time was losing his like stamp for turning into like a phase 3 dead man. Second time was he just gave up on his he gave up the Demon's Driver. And the third time was he just got his ass fucking beat after fusing with Gifu, and then Gifu just went, well, this is useless, but I'll eat him at least. Eh.
Okay. So I was just thinking of it differently then. Or it wasn't like, okay, I didn't understand it. Alright, cool. So, from here, it's just like, what, Aguilera fucks off, right?
Tamaki's. God,
I feel
you
bad
know,
for
if there was ever a boy that was just, you just want to hug and tell him it's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. You'll get over this breakup. Like, it's Tamaki. Tamaki's real sad. Like, he is struggling.
Yeah,
to,
honestly,
it's just like he's like, just be happy. Just try to hug you. Like, Tamaki isn't even like Tamaki's such a good boy. Like, he is not even like making this like romantic.
Yeah, he's a character that realizes that hey, maybe what I was doing was wrong. Whoops, gotta stop doing that. You know,
like, he's not trying to. I mean, let's be real. You know, you'd feel happier if you smile. It's not the best line, like, for man to female, but like, he is not. He probably has romantic interests in Aguilera, but he is not putting that at the forefront. He's just trying to make sure that she's okay, and she is just wandering off into the fucking park to like figure out what the fuck her life is going to be.
Find a bench to sleep on.
Yeah.
Right, she's like...
It's pretty rough on those two right now. And then, you know, after that whole bit, then we do get a quick scene with, like, Iki's father.
Yeah, this is... And I think that this is what we've really been leading up to this entire time. I mean, yes, there's the... I wasn't expecting so much the dad and the mom to be as, like, much of a factor. But if you really think about, like, going back to the opening, like, the opening theme of this... The theme song, like, when they do the opening credits.
Right.
They've always segmented each of the siblings and then the parents as, like, their own unit. And it seems like it's always been leading up to they're going to be going their own separate ways of, like, in this like, this is way more of, like, a Fast and the Furious family. It's all about family. Like, 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 there's each of the siblings going their own separate way and their decisions about it. Like, I can understand Sakura, like, to an extent, like, staying with Weekend. I can't understand fucking Daiji staying with Phoenix. He's like, I'm gonna weed it out. Really? You think you alone is going to fucking fix this shit? Okay, cool.
Well, he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out who's.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out who's behind all this while staring directly in the eyes of the person that's behind all this and saying, "You're behind all this, but I'm gonna take care of it."
Yeah, I mean that certainly is bold, but if I remember correctly,
also, by the way,
he had only like told Daiji about this thing, right?
He said, "Don't trust Phoenix." He gave him really, really bad advice and was just like broad about it, which. Why would you do that?
Very vague advice, right? William, it's like me telling you, hey, William, I left the... Hey, look, William, I put all my money into a bag, and I left it in the
No, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? He went... Jesus Christ, hold on. I'm gonna make sure that I have the quote exactly right.
Okay.
All I had in one... No, that's not right. Okay, according to 4Kids, my fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I owned in one piece. Or, my treasure. Why? It's right where I left it. It's yours if you can find it, but you'll have to search the whole world. That's according to the English manga volume 1. Then there's Japanese opening. My wealth and treasures, if you want it, I'll let you have it. Search for it. I left all of it at that place. That's really stupid. Then there's, you want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I gathered in one place. Now you'll just have to find it. Boy, it's in one piece. Anyway...
Also, real quick, something funny, real quick, before we go to the other character. I like how the director, right, is saving like the smallest fucking sticker that they could get for this fucking for Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
it's really comically
on the
small
wall and everything.
It's not even like centered or anything. It's like off to the side.
It's like something I put on my car, honestly, like as a bumper sticker or on like.
Right, it's like, but you shouldn't.
It's like whatever building that they rented from to film this. Toto's like, hey, you can't. Put
I will say, like, let's think about like the Phoenix. I haven't really even you bring that up. Like, I didn't think about this, but like. I can't think of what building this might be, like, that are shooting in. Like, that is the...
It has to be, like, some office commercial
building. I guess, but it's like... it's not something that I can think of in past... Like, Kamen Rider series... I assume that, like, maybe they, like, do, like, they'll you know...
Boy, do you think this is just a Toei office?
What I was gonna say is, I feel like it's like there's one skyscraper, and they like break it down and reform it to like reconstruct it to like make it look for whatever like sinister organization that they want to have it be. Because like obviously if you're gonna be like Toei or whatever, like you want to have like this is my sinister organization, but like going back to because people are talking about O's all the time, right? Like recently, I was thinking about the weird chairman or whatever, and his like birthday weird ass. Like that moment sticks in my brain so much, where he's like, "Boss Day," wah, 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 wah.
All right.
But like, I imagine that it's probably like various rooms of like the same floor of like some kind of office building, like high, like a skyscraper, like high up, so that they can just like be like, oh yeah, we're shooting here, but like we can fill out the windows to be whatever we want it to be. But like it's so expansive because they're trying to like make it be like a shield style like sky fortress thing versus like, oh, this is one like organization that has like a room in an office building, or this is like it just doesn't seem like it is. It seems like they're having to do more for Phoenix, like, to make it, like, work as, like, a concept, like, of an organization than they would have to do for, like, just, like, Zect, I'm thinking, like, for Kabuto. Like, it's like, oh, we can have it be, like, oh, yeah, they have just an office building, or Metsubo Jinrai in 01. It's like, yeah, it's just, like, this organization operates Metsubo Jinrai and Hiden Industries and I forget Zaya in like all three of those in fucking 01. Like there's plenty of like organizations and corporations in the Kamen Rider like lore, but they are not, like, because they have to just make one, like, building or, like, unit that is supposed to be, like, as sort of, like, expansive as, like, the shield, like, helicarrier, they have to just dedicate this entire, like, floor that they would normally just be like, this is a room, this is a room, this is somebody's, like, building, whatever, like, this is an office, whatever. They have to dedicate the whole thing of just like for Phoenix, and they're just like, I don't know, fuck it, just put a yeah, it's Phoenix in the background. Were you confused about it? We put a sticker in the background. That's fine.
Yeah, But, oh god, hold on, let me get up. Ow. Now my back has been killing me, so I'm laying down.
Welcome to old age, William.
Okay.
Oh, that's just like, that's just my back injury
Yeah,
playing up again.
Yeah, so hey, so George goes confront his daddy.
Yeah, now we get back
right?
to, we get to the moment.
Yeah.
Fuck off, daddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Also, I really understand George's anger, considering. But Jesus.
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry. Oh,
This
wow, you're
fucking
gonna
guy
just
is
show up back in my life right now? And you tell me to work with you?
He literally went to his memorial earlier, too.
Even though I was the one that caused all this drama and trauma to begin with, right? He's like, hey, look, I know I fucked up, but hey, I'm here to fix it now.
Especially the part where he's like, no, I absolutely agree with you, William. Where it's like, we were like, I mean, maybe 5-6 episodes ago, where we found out that George A had a dad, and B that he was dead, and that and we found that out because he was going to the memorial, and it's like, anyway, I'm back now. Hello. It's like, fuck off, you.
And also having to be told that your father is alive through a villain is also probably the worst way to go about it.
Well, no, I mean, George said before, like when he confronted, like when he was like, oh yeah,
I mean, he was looking into the
when he was shadowing Sakura, and he was like, "Hey, you weekend fucks! The only way that you dumbasses could fucking figure this shit out is if my dad is alive. Is my dad alive? I would like to find him now."
Yeah,
like,
but it still sucks to get confirmation that way, though.
Can you let him know that he can actively text me and that I'm still living at the house he left? Right? He knows where the key is. We haven't changed the law. Right?
Hey, secret organization, would you like to tell me that my father is still alive? That would be really great. Anyway, I'm tired of doing all this work by myself. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's really just rough on. I feel bad for George.
Yeah, and then the dad is just gone now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's dealing with stuff with him and Boo.
That's right. Boy, so Revice Veil Legacy Episode 1 aired this past weekend, and we haven't gone around to it yet, right? But so we know that Veil Legacy is 5 episodes as well, I believe. So I haven't watched. I don't know how much of Veil actually covers.
I haven't gotten there yet either.
Right? It's really. Yeah, right? So it's really weird to read the dad's, like, we're gonna find out what happened that in the Veil Legacy spinoff, right? It's like, where's the dad? Be sure to watch Veil Legacy to find out what happens to the dad, right? I'm gone right now.
I don't know if I really like the whole, like, I mean, I guess, well, here's the thing, right? Now, for me, it's just like, well, I like that there are some things that aren't entirely necessary to the main story, are done in side media, that's fine, right? But if you that's a big thing, right? That's a big thing of the main story. So just having it as side content is kind of weird, right?
I think that it's so what I've been saying with Austin about this is it's not as egregious as the Saber shit, because just it's something where in the main story, they're still making references to it. They're still telling you that, there's something behind there, and, they're actively showing, flashbacks and stuff. But they are adding more. It's more additive than, hey, there's a story here, and if you had any, missing plot holes, we're just gonna fill these up on the back, on the side, so that, we can cover our own asses. This is more of we're gonna give you the basic situation that was going on, and if you really want the full context of it, it's here it is. It's in my opinion, it's the true form of the definition of an OVA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could see what you mean with that. But yeah, I mean, I guess is that it?
Yeah. Hey, there is 4 slots left on this. So here's the thing, right?
So ever since we got to the super forms, we've been adding to the purple side of the 50.
Yeah. Right? So here's the thing right now. So I like to go on and I read other people's
they're fucking
what they
goddamn
say,
conspiracy
right?
theories.
There's a particular site, right? I like to go on, sites where people post really bad takes, right? And opinions
Twitter, bad takes.
And one guy, and there's one, I was saying, there's only going to be 4 stamps left. The person's like, do you really think there's going to be 4 stamps left to premiere in the show? When we literally had, when everyone thought the first time they did it, they flipped over to a new page? I couldn't believe this guy. Like, this guy was like, he was showing like, there's only 4 stamps that are going to be like, I was like, what?
Yeah, they could just flip another.
I actually couldn't believe that fucking guy.
Also, when you
right, like that's what they have.
When you consider the fact that like 50. Some of the stamps, like in the canon of the show, aren't technically predicted. Like they've been created. Like okay, the Barrett Rex one, right, is the first one at the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then the Rolling Vice stamp one is the one like on the other side of like if we're just looking at the zero, right? That same image, right? Yeah. The Rolling Vice stamp one, ignoring the fact of like okay, every vice stamp up to this point has been created by Phoenix and or like George specifically. The Rolling Vice stamp was made by his dad and Weekend, and there's no pattern, like there's no held pattern for this.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're not in like any.
And then the Kabuto, and then the Kabuto,
literally all these stamps could have been.
And then the Kabuto stamp shows up, and the Kabuto stamp, based off of the context of like Veil, or at least the implications of it, is an old stamp coming back into the fold. So that still doesn't like because, in theory, Kabuto I'm gonna stop saying Kabuto because it makes it sound like it's based off of Kamen Rider Kabuto, and I don't know that that's true. But the Beetle stamp shouldn't precede all of these other forms that, like, all of these other stamps from the 5 side of, like, the stamps. It shouldn't precede that because 25 years ago is before literally every single other one of these fucking goddamn Kamen Rider series. So it's like that's a wild fucking assumption to say like, oh yeah, these are all of them. No, you dumbass bitch. Anyway, the Thunder Gale also looks like a weird ass piece of jelly.
Jelly? What?
Yeah, it's all translucent and shit. Anyway, there's a Hiromi plushie and shit, and that's weird.
That was weird. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And look, that's the only way to remember your friend who apparently died, Make a plush of him.
When I die, you're gonna make a plushie out of me?
I've gotta say, please don't.
I've already have a pre-print. I've already sent the design to a person. They're ready. As soon as I give the word, don't start on it, right?
Shit until I approve that fucking design, my guy. All right.
I don't think you can approve the design if you're dead.
No. You're dead.
I can approve it while I'm alive right now.
I don't need
Yeah, but that's why he's holding on to it until you die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, here's a meme.
Yeah, so.
Oh, damn. It's been a while since I've had one of those.
Well, you've seen them, but you just haven't been able to be here for it. Hey.
Alright.
If I had really thought about it, if I'd really done it, hey, points for me. I could have made it Chris Rock and Aguilera related, but I didn't.
Yeah, you know what? Good on you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright. Hey, I'm really glad you're back from the multiverse.
And don't you ever leave us again, or else I'll leave us. Fucking slit your fucking ankles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look, Tariq has been experiencing hell for the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So.
Hey. I swear to
boys, I'm really sad you didn't watch this week's episode of Dark Matters, by the way. You would have loved the shit out of it.
I would have fucking been in a goddamn ditch in a river that was half full. Let me tell you.
Oh no, this week's episode was actually hilarious.
Sure, fine. You say that.
It's a good episode.
Look, here's the best way for me to describe it. A bunch of people hated a 10-year-old kid so much that instead of forcing him to move out of the neighborhood, they all moved out of the neighborhood.
That sounds awesome. That sounds like my dream. That sounds like my dream. Oh my god. Is this my high school dream? That everybody that hates me could just, like, leave and then I just, like, have my own spot? I would have all the time. I'd have all the time in the world.
Look, man. Literally, everyone started, like, this kid was literally so perfect at everything. He starts like, "Hey, man, this is how you're supposed to do it," and then everyone got pissed at the fucking kid. They don't just straight up leave or do like they don't do like the sensible thing of talking to the father. They just started a fucking protest right outside his goddamn room in the fucking apartment.
Oh yeah, I remember that preview. I'm glad that I really don't have to deal with that because. Fuck off, Don Brothers. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, and that's not my issue. That doesn't sound like I'm not doing that.
But I like it.
You're a dumb bitch, though.
But I like what's going on. Anyway,
I'm sorry that you feel like that.
Oh my god.
All right, that's this week's episode. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash hands, wear a mask, get your shots. The boosters are a thing now. Okay, thanks, bye.